Okay. All right. Let me. Okay. Okay, let's do that. Okay. So what are the tiers? Don't regret and would pull eyes again. Don't regret. I don't know if we're gonna have one in this tier, but don't regret but would get eyes. Didn't get kinda want. Didn't get don't want. And regret. Okay, so obviously 4 stars aren't gonna be on here. Or standard characters. So let me just first pull everyone up here. Does Blade count? Because Blade I got from a 50-50 loss, but okay. And I guess I'll add one more. That's free. Okay. Who else? Do I add these two? Oh, I mean, can't really regret them if I haven't got them yet. No, my current pulling plan does include getting both of them. Just because I want Sparksy, and in order to do that, I kind of do need Yoguan. Well, I mean, I don't actually need her, but it would be better to get her. So, alright. Okay. Alright, Sela free / 50 boss wolf. Alright, so Sela I got from 50/50 loss. I haven't even built her yet. Still not sure if I do want to build her. Maybe, but like, maybe after she gets buffs. If she ever gets buffs. Though currently I don't really see a reason when I would ever want to use her, even for like showcases, because her kit is just not good. Alright, Genuine didn't get, don't want. So Silver Wolf, so I started playing in version 2.0 on Black Swan's debut banner. So like Silver Wolf never had a rerun until like version 3, and by then Silver Wolf was like really bad, so I skipped her then. But after buffs, then during the Saritra banner I got her, and honestly I haven't regretted her once. Like, she has been surprisingly, like, people like to oops, like, people like to meme that, oh, she's like, even at her buff she's like mid, like whatnot, but like I pull every support. Like, that's just the way I play the game, because I like having options. So I have every support, and like Silverwolf has more than carried her weight. And obviously I enjoy using her on like archer teams. And sometimes I enjoy using her with like Castris. Who else? She's just very versatile, and like there's not really a team that she's bad on. So yeah, I don't regret getting Silverwolf, even though I pulled her so late. Like, I haven't regretted once getting her. Alright, Lucha. Didn't get, don't want. I did maybe slightly consider using my token on him, but yeah, it wasn't worth it. Blade I got from 50/50 loss. Alright, Kafka. So Kafka I got during Fei Xiao's debut banner. Yeah, I got her during Fei Xiao's debut banner, and like Dot at that point in time was like really bad. So so if you ask me, like before her buffs and before high ceilings, before then I definitely would have regretted getting her. Yeah, I definitely would have regretted getting her if you asked me before the buffs and before high ceilings. But now after the buffs and all that, I can say that I don't regret getting her. But that's also obviously like almost 1 year after I got her, because she was definitely a regret pull, because I like pulled her because I pulled her right as like that was around the time Dot was starting to fall off. So yeah, like she did not pull her weight when I got her, but now she does. Alright, Dill was my first. So as I said, I joined during Black Swan's debut banner. I didn't pull Black Swan because Dill, or my friends told me that Dill was like the best 5-star in the game or whatnot. Don't know how true that was back then. Definitely not true now. Or if that was ever true at any point in time, but Dill, I would say, is like he's definitely regret. Like I sometimes considered maybe I should get his E2 to like make him fun. But have you seen like my private server tests with his E2? He still is not performing even with it. So I do like Don Hun as a character, but he's definitely going to regret. So I'll just leave him there for now. All right, Fu Xuan. So Fu Xuan is a 50-50 loss pool now, but I did pull her during Boot Hill's banner because like at the time she was like the second best sustain in the game, only behind Aventurine. And honestly, like she's like Pride wouldn't say she's the worst limited sustain in the game, but I honestly think don't think that's true. Like I think she's better than Lolcha. Definitely not better than any of these, but I think she's definitely better than Lolcha. Uh, so like as a sustain, she still works. Would she ever be my first choice? Probably not. Would she ever be my second choice? Probably not either. But I got her E0S0 on the Boot Hill banner, but ever since she's been added to the 50-50 loss pool, I got her E1 from a 50-50 loss, and then I got her Sig from like the tokens that you get from the battle pass. So now that she's E1S1, sometimes I do use her. I mean, obviously, I still wouldn't use her over Dong Hun or DHPT or Hyacinth, but right now, I'd say I don't really regret having her. Like obviously now that I know she's a 50-50 loss, like probably would have been better if I skipped her on that banner and just, but obviously no one would have knew at the time that that was ever going to happen. So at the time I pulled her, I'd say she goes in don't regret. All right, Jinglu didn't get don't want. Topaz. All right, Topaz. So I got Topaz from which banner was it? Oh, it was Robin's banner. Yeah, Robin's debut banner. So I got Topaz because at the time like follow up was really strong. And like ratio was like one of the best DPS in the game. So then, I mean, if you don't know, I'm like a big Love Live fan. Love Topaz's Japanese voice actor. Is like one of the voice actors for Love Live. So I like full disclosure, I got her straight off of that because yeah, and she definitely pulled her weight at the time that I got her. Like I got her E0S0, but I got her E0S0, but obviously now she's like not amazing. Like I don't remember the last time I like I like felt like I actually wanted to use her. Like I mean obviously I've done showcases with her, but obviously that's just like just for the sake of using her without like obviously there are better options. Like even for Fei Shao teams, I'd either rather like use I'd probably rather use like Mose or March Hunt if or I just like forego that slot altogether and go like Tribute or whatnot. But I did get her when she was added to like the shop with the token stuff. I did get her E1 just to like with the token to like try it out. And I also got her Sig. Her Sig has been really helpful, but not that E1. I would probably just rather I probably would have rather got like E6 Bronya with it instead of getting her E1. Um, so I'll add a. I guess she goes here. So yeah, I did get her E1, but she's probably gonna be the only one here. All right, Ho Ho, she's like, it's hard because she's like, her utility is definitely really good, but her sustain is like, without her, without her Sig, her sustain is like honestly pretty sus, and like after DHPT, like she doesn't even she's not even unique in being an attack buffing sustain. Like yes, she gives energy, but when I'm running like Saber, when I'm running Saber, like I still prefer using DHPT over her, just because of the synergy with Sunday. And yeah, like I can't think of a situation that I would prefer to use her over DHPT. Um, is she a full regret though? Like she does have some uses with Robin, but honestly, mm, honestly, she might actually go in regret. Maybe I'll revisit it. All right, Argenti don't want, didn't get. Ron May, do not regret, and do not regret. So, I got her E0 S0 during Firefly's banner, and she obviously pulled her weight because Super Reek was like hella shield. And then even after the Super Break shilling, she still had use as like a general buffer. And then when she was added to the shop, I got her E1 and her Sig from that, and those have been super helpful as well. So I definitely do not regret getting her or her E1. All right, Doctor Ratio was free. Black Swan. So Black Swan, I pulled her at the same time as I got Kafka, which was during the Fei Xiao banner, or the Fei Xiao debut banner, and like Kafka, I do kind of regret getting her, because even after like Kafka got buffed and then Haisun's released, Black Swan was still like never my first choice to be put on the dot team, because I'd prefer like Ron May or like Robin, Cypher. After Cyrene, she was like by far the best option. But now Black Swan is also getting buffed, so so I mean, if you saw my private server showcase of Black Swan, you'll see that she's like definitively the best third slot for dot now. Um should I? Alright, I will add one more tier. Alright. Did regret but got buffed. Okay, let me just fix these colors. Okay. Alright, did regret but got buffed. Alright, so you go here, you go here. I mean, this is probably the only two that are gonna be here. Alright, Sparkle. Actually, I guess you go here as well. So yeah, Sparkle I got on her first banner because as I said, Dill was my first 5-star, and I wanted to use Sparkle with Dill. That was fun for like a singular patch. Yeah, that was fun for like a singular patch, and then both just fell off a cliff. And after they fell off a cliff, I like never found a use case for Sparkle up until Archer released. So now I like she's like a permanent mainstay on like my Archer teams, and obviously she's getting buffed next patch. So I mean I don't regret her now, but but if she never got buffed, or like if Archer never released, she would have definitely gone in regret. So yeah. Alright, Acheron, Acheron, I got her E1 on her debut banner because I got like I got her E1 in like 8 pulls. Or I pulled her and I like kept pulling and I got her E1. And I didn't get her E2 until her rerun. So I had E1 S1 Acheron. And I skipped Jiao Cho on his debut banner. And then like honestly, the reason I skipped Jiao Cho on his debut banner was because like he did make, I didn't know to what extent he like made Acheron that good. But then I started seeing like showcases of Acheron with Jiao Cho. And I was like, I don't need Jiao Cho because I'm like planning to get her E2 on rerun. But then like even after I got her E2, I still like sort of felt like something was missing without Jiao Cho. And then but now but now that there's like a lot of better Nihility options, like her E2, like her E2 just like people meme on it now and say it's like not that good of an IDE because like there's actually good Nihility slots like with Cypher and buff Silverwolf. But E2 also just like greatly improves her like team flexibility and lets me let me pull it up. So yeah, like if you see like lets me run like her with like Sunday or like what I know I did a 0 cycle with her somewhere. It was probably like 2 mocks ago. Yeah, over here. Yeah, this one. Like I got a 0 cycle with her. That would not be possible if I didn't have her E2. So yeah, like even though people meme on her E2 being like a bad Eidolon now, just because like it's lost its value because people were saying they were never gonna make a Nihility as good as Harmonies because they balance it around E2, the existence of E2 Acheron. Though obviously now we know that's not the case. But like even after those Nihility characters, like I still find it a lot more comfortable to just run her with a Harmony instead. So I'd say I don't regret her or her IDs. Alright, Aventurine. Aventurine, I got in like 50 pulls right after I got Acheron, and he I guess I should make a one more tier. Okay, one more tier, I guess. Which is retired. Which is basically the power prep tier. Actually, I guess I can just make that the topaz. Alright, I'll just retired. All right, so yeah, that's where they go, because Aventurine, he like obviously is still like super comfortable sustain. All right, I wouldn't say like super duper comfortable now that we know that, now that we like are spoiled by Hyson and DHPT, but um Aventurine is he's like never a best option for a team anymore after DHPT released. But like he definitely had like was had his usage, and I definitely used him a lot. Like he was basically on like all my teams at the around the time of his release, because he was like by far the best sustain in the game, and it wasn't close. I guess Ho goes here too then. Yeah, alright, Ho goes there. But yeah, he's like never my first choice anymore for a team. But he definitely has usage. Alright, Robin. Don't regret and would pull the lights. So Robin, I got her E1. Like I pulled her, and then I got her like I think I got her within like actually I think I could pull it up. Does this have it saved? Okay, you can see my history. Does it share all of it? I don't think it shows all of it. Alright, anyways, as you can see here, so I got Topaz first, then I got her in 22 pulls, and I got her E1 right after. And she's definitely pulled her weight since her release until now. I still use her. Obviously she's not as good anymore, but like she definitely saw her usage. And I'd say like she's like the only meta character. Like I don't have her Sig, and I really want it. Like I've been coping with like Triby Sig or like Ceridra Sig, but it just doesn't hit the same as her Sig. So I definitely want to get her Sig on when she does rerun. I don't know when that'll be, but yeah. So yeah, definitely don't regret her or her E1. All right, Bill. Bill Hill, he's like kind of hard to say, because I do want to like try more break characters on my account than Firefly. Um, it did. Brujo came. No, Brujo came after Robin, right? I did want to try. I do want to try more break characters, but that'd just be for like fun. Like obviously never for meta reasons. Because like currently Firefly is like far and away better than Boo Hill or Rappa now. As much as those mains want to convince you otherwise. But I'd say Boot Hill. I'm also gonna get him just because he seems fun to play, not because he's like actually good. Um, would I even use him if I did got like if I had him on my account right now? Would I use him? Probably not, but I yes, you go here. All right, Firefly. Definitely. Firefly. Is my she is who I would consider my main in this game. Don't regret her. She was like my first. She was my first time I like actually wailed for a character in this game, because she was my across both Genshin and HSR. She was like my first ever character that I actually wailed on, and I got her E2S1 on her debut, and I have like not regretted it once. Like she carried. Like Like, I was literally able to zero cycle every single mock up until... Which mock was it? Damn. Damn, that's a lot of... So yeah, I was literally able to zero cycle with E2 Firefly every single MOC up until this one, which was in which version was this? It was the HPT release. So yeah, from her debut up until this MOC, I was able to zero cycle every single MOC with E2 Firefly, which like is insane to think about considering like break started to fall off around. When did break fall off? Or when was like the major? I mean, it was around 3.0. That was like the major. So yeah, I think this one was like the major one that break started to fall off. But yeah, like every single MSC, I was able to zero cycle with her up until this one, and then the one after this one. Wait, was it that one? Wait, no, it was a different. Was it? No, because I was able to zero cycle this one. Was there another one I couldn't? That one I could zero cycle. This one I could. This one. Wait, did I zero cycle this one? No, I did. I definitely did. I did. I remember. This one I zero cycled. Was it literally only? Alright, so this one, and then... Was it literally only one MOC I couldn't zero cycle to her? Because this one, because this one was around the time when Dahlia released. There had to be other MOCs, right? Damn, this was literally the only MOC I couldn't zero cycle with Firefly. That's actually kind of insane to think about. Cause obviously this one was hard, but then they released Dahlia, which like made this side Giga free. Although this does come with a caveat that this comes with a caveat that I got E1 Fugue around the time during this MSC. Was it this one? Yeah. I got E1 Fugue during this MSC because I definitely wouldn't. Actually, no. I think by Fugue was still E0S0. So I think I did zero cycle this side with E0S0 Fugue, and and then so yeah, it was literally only one MOC I couldn't zero cycle with Firefly. So yeah, definitely don't regret getting her. And yeah. Alright, Jade didn't get, don't want. Yunli didn't get, don't want. Jiao Cho. Alright, Jiao Cho is... So as I said earlier, I got E2 Akron because... Or I skipped Jiao Cho on his first banner because I was like, I'm just gonna get E2 Akron anyway. And I still saw like other showcases with E0 Akron with Jiao Cho, and I like legitimately thought that an E0 Akron with Jiao Cho was better than an E2 Akron without him. At the time it was actually probably true. So then he reran with Akron during the Castro's debut banner, and I got him just because like we had like crumbs of Cypher's kit. We had crumbs of Cypher's kit at during that banner. But there's like the whole Cypher versus Jiao Cho debate. I thought Jiao Cho was still better than Cypher up until Cypher's release. Then like actually tested Cypher for myself and was like, I know like definitively Cypher's better than Jiao Cho, but at the time I still thought Jiao Cho was like better than Cypher, which was why I got him. But I got him E0S0. Um, and now Josh is like permanently benched because I would never, because I'd only ever use him in Akron teams. But with Akron, I like, why would I use him over Cypher or like Silverwolf? Because I have her E2, so like don't need to run two Nihilies. So yeah, he goes in regret. All right, Fei Xiao, don't regret. She kind of, my relics kind of suck on her. Yet she like, even with those like garbage relics, she still kind of pops off. So I mean, she was the best DPS in the game for like from her release up until V Herta released. She was the best DPS in the game. So like, can't really regret her. Would I use her today? Probably. Cause yeah, I probably would use her today. I haven't tested her in the current MOC, but current MOC. Where's the current one? She I haven't tested her with this MSC yet, but I definitely will try her and see how it goes. Yeah, I'll definitely try her, but yeah, I don't regret her, and even to this day, still use her sometimes. All right, Ling Shaw. All right, Ling Shaw, I do not regret because people will try and meme you like, oh, she's like the worst pull value in the game or something. I do not think so, because during her release, there was like the constant meme going around of everything being a Ling Shaw showcase because she would like deal more, she would deal more damage than like your break carry in a break team. Though obviously those are like usually with her E1. I have her E0S0, and like, let me pull it up. You've probably seen my showcases with her. Like being able to one cycle with E0S0. I mean, obviously I have like E1 Fugue and like Dahlia, but like the fact she's able to one cycle with E0S0 to this day as like a main DPS is still like kind of absurd to me. Like people meme on her being bad, but like I don't think one cycling with like a how many cost team? It's like Blingshaw, Dahlia, Hersig, Ewan Fugue. Like 6 cost team, one cycle with a sustain as the DPS. That's like kind of absurd. So I definitely do not regret her. Rappa. Alright, I think she's probably the only one here. At the time of her release, she probably was like actually better than Firefly. Though I mean that was also because like a lot of things started to become AoE shill. And I did want like more than one. I did want more than one break carry. I didn't get Rappa because after her banner was the Acheron rerun, and as I said, I wanted to get E2 Acheron, so I didn't pull on Rappa banner. And then now she's never gotten a rerun since. I do hope she gets buffs, cause like obviously like Dahlia does buff her, but she's like arguably the worst break DPS right now. But I did want her just because she seemed fun. If she ever becomes relevant again, if they like please buff her. I do want them to buff her, but she seems fun. But yeah. Okay, Sunday. All right, Sunday. I definitely do not regret. People meme on him now saying he like he doesn't have any best of slot teams anymore, which is like kind of true. But I mean, what people fail to realize is that you can't have Cyrene on every team. So yeah, you can only run Sireני on one team, which is like the main character that replaces him in those teams. So if you want to run like another Crisis Air on like the other side, chances are you're probably using Sunday. So yeah, and like even to this day, he's still like a very competitive option. So definitely do not regret him. All right, Fugue. I can't say I ever regretted getting her. Like, she definitely fell off a lot sooner than I expected. But as I said, like, there was literally only a single MOC I couldn't zero cycle with my E2 Firefly, and that was also partially because I did get E1 Fugue during the caster spanner, which let me like zero cycle a few more MOCs after that. So yeah, I definitely don't regret getting her or her E1. All right, Herta. Herta. So I have her E2. I got her E2 on I got her E2 on her debut. And like at the time her E2 was like the most broken thing we've ever seen. Like I think her E2 was like sort of better than like her E2 made her better than like every other E6 DPS at the time. It was like actually kind of insane. Mostly because everything was like Giga AoE shield back then. So like because most characters weren't like built for AoE, her E2 made her better than E6 than like E6 Acheron or like E6 Fei Xiao. So yeah, her E2 was like insanely broken, and it was like hella fun to play with. Though obviously now her E2 like almost feels necessary if you want to play her. And I still enjoy playing her when I got her, and I still enjoy playing her to this day. So I mean, I can't say I regret her or her E2 because it's still like really fun to use. So yeah, all right, Aglaya, didn't get kind of one. So Aglaya is the only Chrysos heir I do not have. Reason I skipped her was just because her like she needs her E1. Like people tell like in her best team she doesn't really need it, but she also wants a lot of like high value supports like Sunday, Robin, Sireני, whatnot. So if you're using those with Aglaya, then you're not using it with another team. So so yeah, she does kind of need her E1 for that team flexibility, which is like why I couldn't really justify getting her since she just like is insanely expensive to get. But she does seem like really fun to play just because like you get a ton of turns with her. So I mean, I do kinda want her, but I'm probably not gonna pull. You know what? All right, I'll maybe like do a few pulls on maybe I'll do like 20 pulls on her rerun, and if I get her early, then maybe I get her. But yeah, she's literally the only Crisis Air I don't have, and I do kind of want her, but yeah. All right, Triby, no regrets. And I will say, so I got her E1 on her debut, carried my account, but I didn't get her Sig. So then 3.4 came, which then I got her Sig. And after I got her Sig, it like actually makes a world of difference. And I've like never willingly used GDD on her ever again since. Just because her Sig feels like a lot more comfortable because you can like use her ult whenever without worrying about overcapping her energy or like wasting action value. And you just do so much more damage with her Sig, so yeah, definitely don't regret that. Alright, Mighty. Mighty, why did I get Mighty? I don't know. If I'm being real, I don't know why I got him, but I did like him in the story because he's like aura farming and whatnot. So I guess I just got him because I liked his character. do I regret getting him? If I'm being real, I don't regret getting him because he's like honestly even like he has his auto battle playstyle, but it's just kind of fun to like just let him go and do stuff. Um, so yeah, like even though you can't actually play him, he does sometimes feel fun to play. So yeah, I mean, and as you can like after Cyrene, like being able to just God Slayer whenever is also fun. Like my recent showcase, I always zero cycled with him. So yeah, I don't regret getting him just because he's like actually fun to play, and he's like never actually felt bad to play. Although I will say, last MOC I wanted to try making a video of like zero cycling with every Chrysos Air that I own. And he was like literally the only character I couldn't zero cycle with, so I didn't go through with the video. Maybe I can try this mock since he is able to zero cycle this MOC, so maybe I'll try it, but I feel like it's been a bit too long after Sirene's release for like the video to do well, but I don't know, maybe I'll still go through with it. Alright, Castris, don't regret. Castris, I mean, is there really much to say? I mean, yeah, it's Castris. She's the anniversary character. Um, Obviously she's not the best DPS anymore, but I mean, yeah, it's Castris. Not much to say. Alright, Anaxa. Alright, Anaxa, obviously don't regret him. Because, I was, like, still V Herta pilled when I got him. Because, like, obviously, like, because I was, like, planning on, like, maybe I'll, like, switch from maining Firefly to maining Herta. So I got him because I was like, oh, I'm gonna main Herta. And then Anaxa is, like, now, like, just better than Herta. Even with her E2. It's kind of insane. Sometimes I do run them together. But yeah, Anaxa as like a carry and like he's really blown me away with how good he is. And like obviously like some of the lowest cost zero cycles in the game. So can't really go wrong with that. So yeah, Anaxa, definitely don't regret him. And I do have 2 Herta cones on my account, so I can run them on both Herta and Anaxa. The Herta cone I got was because it was during Evernight banner where like DDD was on the banner, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna try to get DDD copies, and then let me see if it's on here. So as you can see, I got Evernights. I got Hersig in 6 pulls. I was like, all right, I'm gonna pull on Herta banner to like try and to try and get more DDD copies, and I got this one. I was like, okay, surely I don't get another early, and I got her in 19 pulls when I was just trying to get DDD copies. So, yeah, I have 2 Hurler cones now. They're just funny, but I mean, I do run them together sometimes. So, I mean, I would rather have 2 Hurler cones than not have 2 Hurler cones. So yeah, there's that. Okay, Hyacin. I mean, nothing much to say. It's Hyacin. Yeah. All right, moving on. Cypher. All right, Cypher. I definitely don't regret her. I. This might be my hottest take, but I genuinely believe an E0 Cypher is better than E0 Tribby. I mean, obviously E1 Tribby is better than Cypher, but yeah, Cypher has hella impressed me. Like, I run her probably most often. She's my favorite 3rd slot to use in an Archer team, and before Cyrene, she was my favorite 3rd slot in a dot team. And like she's like hella universal. Like people say she doesn't really have like a meta relevant best in slot team, which is not true because she has Archer, but yeah, like Cypher is like really good. I think she's really good, and I don't regret her getting I don't regret getting her once. All right. Yes, this is HSR. We were gonna plan to do an Genshin one after. Although this is taking longer than I expected. We've been going for 50 minutes. So, yeah, I was planning on doing a Genshin one after. If you're only here for that one. Um, but yeah, we're almost done with here. We have alright, we actually have a decent amount of characters left, but okay, alright, fine on. Don't regret him or his odds. E2 fine on is like brain dead broken, but like sometimes you just want to have that brain dead broken character that you can auto with. I'm here for anything. Alright, that's good. Welcome. Yeah. So yeah, Finon's just the brain dead broken character. I had his E0 on his debut. Alright, so I actually wasn't originally planning on pulling Finon. But then we had leaks about Ceridra's kit. And then Ceridra was like really dependent on Finon. So it's like I wanted to get Ceridra. So like I felt like alright, I kinda have to get Finon if I want to get Ceridra. But Finon is like I knew he was good, but I didn't expect how good he was. Yeah, Finon's like super broken. um so I don't regret getting it. So like after so I had E0 Finon, then he reran last patch. He reran last patch, and I got his E2, and his E2 is like it is the best E2 in the game. Well, it's like arguable between him and Evernight, but I think his like slightly better. Um yeah, his E2 is just so busted. Like I haven't felt this level of power since like getting E2 Herda on her release or like E2 Firefly. But it's like completely different, and he just destroys everything now. So yeah, all right, Saber, Meadow. All right, if Saber was like any random character, it should like if you just gave her kit to like a random character, I would never pull her. Kind of similar to like an Aglaya situation, but just because it's freaking Saber from Fate, like I kind of had to pull her. Just because I mean it's a collab character, so like FOMO and stuff. Um, so yeah, I got her just because I'm like I enjoy Fate. I like Fate, and there's really not much to say. She's not in the greatest spot now, I will say. I mean, Pridewind still has her up here, which is maybe high, but yeah, Saber. I mean, she's not boring to play. I'll say that. But yeah, I mean, I mainly just pulled her because it's Fate, and yeah. I mean, I don't regret her just because it's nice to have her on my account, but as I said, I would never pull her if she was like any random character. So I literally only pull her for Fate. All right, Archer on the other hand, boy, that his Alright, I got his E1 on like day one of the banner, and his E1 is like insane, like actually insane. I knew his E1 was good at first. I never expected how good it was, but his E1 is like, I mean, like yeah, his E1 even to this day is like really really like impressing me. So I did not regret one bit getting his his E1, and then like obviously his sig was free from the spending event. That like when you did all 200 pulls, then yeah. So yeah, I got his E1, and then his S1 came with that because I was pulling for Saber and her sig. So yeah, nothing much more to say. Archer is just like really good. Is HSR good? I've never really played it before. I mean, I'd say I enjoy like Genshin and HSR equally, but I'd say HSR is like a lot more. You can play on the go. Like if you're like maybe like sitting on like a ride or whatnot, then it's definitely a lot more mobile friendly than Genshin. And also it's like a lot easier to test stuff because there's like no, you don't have to like react to like enemies and whatnot because it's a turn-based game. I mean it's fun. So I mean I enjoy them both about equally. So I would recommend it though. Obviously, I mean if you come from Genshin, you've probably heard some stuff about HSR that is like not amazing. And as you can tell, like I definitely spend more money on this game than the average person. So that probably also influences my decisions. But yeah, I'd say it's worth at least giving it a shot to see if you enjoy it or not. All right. Hi, Ceilings. I got her E1 on her debut, but I never activated it until like, cause let me pull it up. So Hyceland's released during. All right, Hyceland's released on this MOC, and I had her E1, but I never activated it, just because she was like hella broken here. So then next MOC, she was still hella broken here at E0, so I never thought I needed to activate it just because the E1 like never really felt necessary. Then wait, what is this? Oh, whoops. Then this was the MOC that I activated her E1. And then her E1 still like her E1 carried. So yeah, her E1 is like super broken. Uh yeah, I don't regret getting her because I already had as I said, I already had Kafka and Black Swan, so like getting Hyceland was kind of a no-brainer just to like make these two actually work again. Um so yeah, I don't regret getting her. Alright, Saridra. As I already said, I got fine on so because I wanted to pull Saridra already. And then and then even after even after like people were saying, oh, she only works for like Anoxa and Archer and Finon. But now she like works with like Mighty. She works with who else? Is it really only Mighty? Oh, High Ceilings. Yeah, she works with High Ceilings as well. So yeah, I don't regret getting her, and she's like really fun to use with Anoxa. All right, Evernight. Memo Swap. Not much more to say. You are free. Cyrene, don't regret. She makes because as you can see, it like Aglaya was literally the only Crisis Air I skipped, so it was kind of a no-brainer to get her because I already had like every Crisis Air. So yeah, and then she makes like all of them like really good. So so last one, Dahlia. I mean, I'm a Firefly main. What more is there to say? Yeah, that's kind of obvious. So yeah, this is my full list. Let me screenshot it. Okay, and then after we finish this, we can move on to the Genshin list. Alright, HSR regret tier list. Okay, alright, now we move on to the Genshin one. Oh damn, how long did that take? 59 minutes, holy shit. How long is this Genshin one's gonna take? Okay. Alright, same tiers as before. So, full disclosure, I do not pull as many characters in Genshin as I do pull in HSR. even though I've been playing Genshin for longer than I have played HSR. Alright, what were the tiers I made for that again? Alright, don't regret. Don't regret. Would pull cons again. Don't regret. Do we need this? I'll just put it just in case. Did regret got buffs. Retired. Didn't get kinda want. Get don't want. And haha, Genshin doesn't give free characters, so we don't need this. Oh, whoops. Regret. Genshin doesn't give free characters, so don't need the free tier. Okay. Let me just put every character on here. Is this not in release order? It is, but I don't know why it's like this. I don't know why these guys are up here. Okay, alright. Fenty, Klee, Zhongli, Albedo, Ganyu, Xiao, Hu Tao, Eula, Kazuha, Ayaka, Yoimiya, actually no, wait, there is one character. There is one character that goes here. Alright, Raiden, Kokumi, Ito, Shenhe, Yai, Miko, Ayato, Yelan, Tainari doesn't count, Sino, Nilu, Nahida, that's not Wanderer. Alright, Wanderer, Alhaitham, Dia doesn't count, Baiju, Linny, New Valette, Risley, Farina, Navia, Shanyun, Shiori, Arlecchino, Clorand, Sijwin, Emily. Oh wait, Child. Where does Child go? I think here. Is there anyone? Okay. Alright, Mulan, Kanich, Shalonen, Chaska, Malika, Sitlali, Faresa, Skirk, Inefa, Loma, Flins, Nefer, Durin, and Chibai and Varka aren't released yet. Oh, and Calvina. And I think that's everyone. Okay, I think that's everyone. Oh boy, if it just one took that long, how long is this gonna take? Alright, Venti, I do kinda want him just because he's an Archon. That's like mainly the reason why, and I mean, his grouping is probably good in some stages, but even after the buffs, he's still like not a great character. Yeah, there's a lot of characters. Who knew a game that's 5 years old would have this many characters? uh, I don't know. Like, I don't know. He seems fun to play, but obviously he's not great. Yeah. Alright, Klee, don't want... Let me just put these two. I mean... What, really? I mean, Klee, yeah, Klee got buffed, but she's... I mean, I already have, like, literally every... You'll see later on, I have, like, almost every Pyro DPS in the game, so I don't have a reason to get Klee. Child, I also have other Hydro... Or, no, it's only just Nuvolette, but why would I ever use Child over Nuvolette? Alright, Zhongli. Alright, Zhongli, So I started Genshin in, was it 4.1 during Nuvolette banner? So, Zhongli, I got on, when did Zhongli rerun? But it was on a rerun with Nuvolette, I think, which is actually kind of funny. But I got him just because he's like an Archon and like the best shieler in the game. So like, maybe he'll still have some use. And truth is, did he find that use? Yes, he did. Because like, I mean, I don't do as many Genshin showcases as I do with HSR, but as you can see, like, this team, or this Abyss specifically would not be possible for a Nefer team without Zhongli. So yeah, he's still just to like break the Cryo Shield, or the Geo Shield, and he's still like just a very comfortable shielder to use. I can't even call him retired because I got him knowing, because I got him like really late into the game knowing the caveats that come with him. But do I regret him? No, I would probably pull him again. if I had to redo my account, I probably would pull him again. Alright, Albedo, not much to say. He did get buffed, but I mean, it's not anything crazy. Ganyu is kind of in a sad state, so is Xiao. Alright, Hu Tao is like... Hu Tao, I think, is the only character I can confidently say was a waifu. Actually, no, there's another character. Hu Tao was a waifu pull. I got her last year during her rerun with Nahida. Just because, like, Hu Tao's a waifu pull. Because Hu Tao's, like, one of my favorite characters in this game. And, do I regret getting her as a waifu pull? No. Do I regret her for a meta pull? Probably, but because of the like the free constellation thing, I got her C1 for free. So like, if I didn't have Hu Tao, who else would I use my thing on? And I mean, like, she's a waifu, so I can't really say. Like, I already knew she wouldn't be, like, top meta, because I already had Arlecchino on my account, so... I mean, I already knew that Arlecchino was going to be better than her, but, I mean, she's still usable, and she's definitely carried me in, Imaginarium Theaters, just because Imaginarium Theater requires a lot of characters, so she can be one of my carries in Imaginarium. So yeah. Alright, Eula is sad. Kazuha is... Yeah, Kazuha's pretty retired. I mean, he's, like, arguably the best character in the game. Like, when I pulled him. And he definitely carried his weight. But nowadays, nowadays he doesn't really have a best team, but like he definitely carries weight when he was around. My favorite Genshin character, my favorite character is Farina. um, yeah, but like Hu Tao's one of my favorite characters. All right, Ayaka, I like similar to Hu Tao, I considered pulling her just because waifu, though I didn't like her as much as I liked Hu Tao. Actually, no. So during Navi debut banner, she was rerunning with Ayaka. So I did try to get Ayaka during that banner, but I lost my 50-50. So I never got her. But I did try to get her. Would I pull for her today? Probably not, but I wouldn't mind getting her. But I guess I'll say didn't get kind of want just because just because waifu. All right, here's the literal only character that goes here. I will explain why in a second. All right, Raiden. Raiden. She's like. Raiden's also another one of my favorite characters. Damn, wow, there are a lot of I have a lot of favorite characters. But Raiden, I mean, my first ever Abyss clear, like Abyss 3-star, was using Raiden National on one of the teams, and like, yeah, like Raiden was the reason I was able to 3-star my first 3-star Abyss for the first time. So, or 36-star Abyss for the first time. So. Can't really complain. And like even after Duran's release, where is it? Yeah, over here. Like she was still able to clear. Like Raiden Overload is still fun to play. So yeah. I mean can't really go. Alright, so this character was another waifu pull, similar to Hu Tao. Yeah, Kokomi was another waifu pool, but unlike Hu Tao, who is like, actually no, because Kokomi still is used in Lomo Bloom teams, so yeah, Kokomi similar to Hu Tao was a waifu pool. And do I regret pulling her? Not really. Do I use her? Not really, but I have used her, but would I? Oh, all right, good. All right, see ya. Thanks for stopping by. All right, goodbye. Thanks for coming. All right, Kokomi. I mean, she did see some use at the start of Nod Cry when Llama released. So I don't know. I guess she goes and retired for like. I already knew what I was getting into pulling her, but I don't really regret pulling her. So, all right, Ito. All right, Shen He. I do kind of want her just to, like run her with Skirk, but that's just because she's like technically the best last slot for a Skirk team, even though the gap is not that wide between Skirk or between her and other options. But I kind of want her just for that option. But is she a necessary pull? Not really. But like, if for some reason Genshin were to give it those characters to us for free, I would use her. Alright, Yai Miko. I like her character, but she is not good. Ayato, yeah. Yelon. Alright, Yelon. Yelon was. I mean, Yelon. Is there really anything to say about her? I have her C1R1. Uh, her C1 I got on a double, though I was like already trying to get her C1 just for the exploration. And she's pulled her weight on my account, and she still does sometimes. She's not as good anymore, but like yeah, she's Yelon, so Alright, Sino, yeah. Nilu, do I regret getting Nilu? Nilu was also kind of a waifu pull, and because she like enable a fun playstyle or like a unique playstyle that like no other character could, and would I use her as like the best team option in an Abyss once during that during the Loma release Stygian. Yeah, that was when I used her. So I guess I can't really say I regret. And I got her C. She was like my second option for the free constellation thing. So yeah, I got her C1. Would I get her C2? Maybe, I don't know. Alright, Nahida is not. I can't even call her retired because I still use Nahida in my Nefer teams. So I can't even say she's retired because I still use her. But yeah, it's Nahida. Like she does what she did day one, and she still does that. If you ask me before, actually no, even before Nefer, I mean, she still was used sometimes. So yeah, it's Nahida. Can't really go wrong with that. All right, you nope. Nope. Baiju, I did consider getting him just because he was like technically the best last slot in a New Valette team for like the longest time. Because I think New Valette's best team at the time was what was it? It was New Valette, Farina, Baiju, and what was the last slot? Wait, why am I blanking? What was the best last slot? I don't remember. Oh well. Oh no, it was Kazuha. Yeah, Kazuha. Yeah. For like a while, the like technical best New Valette team was Farina, New Valette, Kazuha, Baiju. So I considered getting Baiju just because he was like technically the best last slot. Though, nowadays, yeah, there's no reason to get him. Lenny, I mean, yeah. All right, New Valette. New Valette was my first 5-star, and he's probably like as good a first 5-star you could get in any game. But yeah, he like carried my account like so hard because like he was far and away the best DPS in the game, like bar none. Even after Arlecchino's release, that like kind of challenged him. He was still the best DPS, and it wasn't until like it's honestly insane to think about that like it wasn't until Malwika released that he like finally lost his throne. Like that's kind of insane to think about. So yeah, like he's just so broken and so easy to play that you like cannot go wrong. Yeah, you can't really go wrong with him. Yeah, there's not much more to say. He like is broken. All right, Risley, I didn't get, don't want, and he's like I've heard he's cringe to play. So, all right, Farina. I mean, I already said before she's my favorite character in the game, and I got her like C2. Let me find it. I got her C2 on not her first rerun, but her second rerun. Yeah, on her second rerun. Oh yeah, you can see you can see all the pulls I've ever done. Oh, where was it? Yeah, over here you can see on her second rerun I got her C2 because I was just trying to go for a C1 and I got it. Cause this was right after the Mizuki plus Sijuin banner, and obviously that was a giga skip. So I had like a decent amount of pull setup, so I just tried to go for Farina. I got her C1. I was like, no, I'll do a few more pulls. And I got C2. Like 3 10 pulls right after, so can't complain. And I do have her Sig. I got her Sig on the Nefer banner when I was going for Nefer Sig. And like even with her Sig, I still use Fav on her because the Fav is just way more comfortable to use. So yeah, I mean I don't regret it. All right, Navia was an accident because Navia cause there's like New Valette has this like spin to win thing, and then they like nerfed it. Then like people complained, and then they like undid the nerfs. So then they undid his nerfs, and then gave like a 10 pull in as apology for the nerfs. And then like with that 10 pull, it's like, you know what? I will do a 10 pull for fun. So I did a 10 pull on Navia's banner, and I got her. I mean, I enjoy Navi as a character. If it weren't for that, I probably wouldn't get her, but I do have her, and I don't regret having her just because of the circumstances that I got her in. Um, as you can see, let me see. Yeah, you can see over here, like even to this day, she's like usable with Columbina. So I mean, she's currently technically the only geocrystallized DPS because that hasn't released yet. I think she releases tomorrow. But yeah, she's the best lunar crystallized DPS right now. I mean, the competition isn't. Yeah. All right, Shan Yun. Shan Yun I got just because I thought like, oh, the plunge playstyle would be fun to do. And like I only use her plunge with one character, and that's Hu Tao. and she's not the playstyle is honestly kinda cringe to play. Because I would rather just use Shalon instead. So I think Shan is going to be my first regret. Like, I pulled her for the playstyle, and I don't even use the playstyle that much. Yeah. Alright, I think she's my first regret. She already didn't get Daunt 1. Or Lakino, I got her on her first banner, and she was good. I mean, people have called her New Valette level, even though I never felt like she was on that same level as him. But I mean, she's good. I mean, Malika came not long after, but like, she's good, I guess. Not much more to say. I mean, like, I'm glad I have her on my account because she's carried a couple Imaginariums, but she's not like giga broken. And Chlorine, kind of a similar situation. I got her because alright, Chlorine I got because she seemed fun to play, and she was at first. But eventually her like playstyle did get kinda boring. But I mean as you can see, like yeah, I used her. I have used her recently. So I mean yeah, I don't. If I had to choose between do I regret getting her or don't, then I don't. I mean, she's still technically the best Electro DPS I have on my account. Actually, no, that's in Nefa. But, yeah. Alright, moving on. Alright, Siegelin. What more can I say? Alright, Emily. Emily, I considered getting her. Just because, I considered getting her on her rerun. Because it was a rerun with Malika. Because I had Kanich, and I was like wondering If I want to make my Kanichi stronger, I should probably get Emily. But then I ended up getting Malwika Cons instead because if the goal is to buff Kanichi, getting Malwika Cons probably buffs him more. um, so yeah, so I didn't get her. And do I ever feel like I need her? Not really, just because even on the Kanichi team, like running Bennett Eon-san is still like hella serviceable. So yeah, I don't really regret not having her. All right, Mualani. Mualani. I mean, I don't have her. Do I want her? I mean, I wouldn't mind having her, but like, would I guess she goes in kinda one. I mean, I already have Nuvolet, so I don't need another Hydra DPS, but I don't know, maybe Mualani is like, I don't know. I mean, I definitely would want her over any of the other characters in this tier, but yeah. Alright, Kanichi, do not regret. So I pulled him just, I will say like, I'd say 70% of the reason I pulled him was just because for his acceleration. Because his acceleration is like broken. And even to this day, I still use him I still hella use him for exploration. And I also kind of I didn't have a Dendro DPS on my account. And so yeah, he's my only Dendro DPS, and he's fun to play. And I mean, his exploration is broken. Yeah, not much more to say. I mean, he carries my exploration through Natland. So all right, Shellonen, she's kind of fell off now, but even then, like I have C6 Eonson. Yeah, I still prefer to use Shellonen with my Malwika in Stygian and Overworld, just because she like charges the Night Soul hella fast. So so yeah, like, because like sometimes with Eonson, like I just won't have my burst up with Malwika sometimes if I'm in Overworld. But with Shalon, that's never an issue. So like I still prefer to use Shalon in the Overworld on my Malwika teams. So yeah. Alright, Chaska. Chaska I do want mainly for the exploration. Like as a DPS, she's like serviceable. But if I were to get her, it would be mostly for the exploration. Um, but yeah, that would be most of the reason I would want her. All right, Malwika. I mean, I kind of already said it earlier, but yeah, if you look through my Genshin showcases, yeah, you'll see like most of these use Malwika just because she's broken, and like, yeah, what more is there to say? It's Malwika. All right, Sitlolly. I mean, I use Malwika a lot, so that also means I tend to use Sitlolly a lot, and even then, I still use Sitlolly in like new Valette teams, and like sometimes there was the Stygian with like the turtle thing, that like if you didn't have a shield, you basically got insta killed by it. So then I used Sitlolly on my Skirk team over, because usually I use Yelon. But for that one, I used Sitlolly, and that was able to clear it. So, I mean, not much more to say. For race, she's like broken, but I've never felt like my account was missing her. She's a broken DPS, but I've never felt like my account was missing her, and yeah, I mean, she's she's like really good, but I don't ever feel like she's on like the broken level that I like feel pressure to get her. Escoffier, I mean, not much to say. She is just broken. I mean, not much to say. Same with Skirk. Um, Inefa. So on her first banner, I lost my 50-50 trying to get her, and then like, I couldn't really justify spending money to like try and get her even after losing my 50-50 because like a new region was coming out right after, so I was like, because I already had like the foresight that, because we knew Flynn's kit during her banner, so I was like, maybe if I want to play Flynn's I should get an Effa, but I didn't get her, so. But then on her rerun I got her, and she's like broken. she's like, I mean, at the time she was good but not like insane, but now she is insane, so. Alright, Llama, I mean, she's good. Flynn's, Flynn's I kinda wanna get just because I already have Raiden and Chlorand as Electro DPS, but obviously they're like nowhere near his level. I would maybe want him get him just because I already have Columbina and Anefa, so like I could just get him since I already have the rest of his team, but he's not like, I don't really feel like my account is missing anything not having him. Nefer, I mean, I already have Lalma, so getting her was kind of a no-brainer. Durin, I mean, you know what's better than having one broken off-field pyro character? Two broken off-field pyro characters. I mean, any reason to not have to use Xiangling is is a good enough reason to get a character, and that's what he does. So last character, I mean, it's Columbina. I mean, what is there to say? It's Columbina. So yeah. All right, yeah, that's the full list. As you can see, I have a lot less, or I don't pull for as many characters in Genshin as I do in HSR. So yeah, that's the full list. Time to screenshot this. And Genshin version. Okay. I was gonna play Genshin Story after I finished this, but this took way longer than I expected. I did not expect to do it for this long, and yeah, I am honestly kind of tired after after an hour and a half of doing this. I did not expect it to take this long, honestly. So maybe. Alright, maybe we would do Genshin Story another time. Because I am pretty tired, honestly, after an hour and a half of doing this. But yeah, those are gonna be my lists. Thank you to those who stopped by, and I might stream more in the future. I mostly just wanted to like test streaming to see how it goes, and yeah. So if you maybe have something else you maybe want me to stream or something, let me know. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna end the stream here. So thanks to those who came by and commented and whatnot. But yeah, bye bye.